All right, welcome back. Today we got a crypto market update. It's been a while since we talked about crypto, and the market has been moving here. So I've got the weekly chart pulled up here of Bitcoin, and you can see we went through our bear market here after the 2021 peak, and the bottom was the FTX exchange explosion, and we've been chopping sideways and drifting higher. But these last couple weeks have been big green candles, aggressive moves here by Bitcoin, and a lot of this is due to SEC news, ETF news, and it seems like we're getting closer and closer each day to having a spot Bitcoin ETF, which would allow a lot of people all over the world the ability to get exposure to Bitcoin. And again, that's the institutions buying up a bunch of Bitcoin so they can sell a product to other people to have exposure to Bitcoin. So we'll see if that gets done anytime soon, but it really, every day there's things are moving forward in that direction. It's just a matter of when at this point. And so, again, that shows that the institutions are bullish. Their clients are asking for this product. They're wanting to have exposure to Bitcoin, and they can't legally do it unless there's a vehicle or a way for them to do it. So when we look here, I've got this chart. It's interesting to me. So Bitcoin is considered the digital gold. Gold is a uncorrelated asset to the financial system, and Bitcoin is that in a digital form, is the thesis, one of the thesis around Bitcoin. So this is the price of gold, and you can see it really took off after the first ETF launched, and that's because it gave a way for a lot of people to get exposure to gold without actually having to physically own the gold. So if you're bullish on the price of a gold ounce going up, you could just buy the GLD ETF instead of having to go buy physical gold or gold miners. So I've talked about this before, but it is a big deal, the Bitcoin ETF. But again, who knows when that is actually going to go through. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, just looking at the price action, these last couple weeks have been really, really good. And you can see volume is picking up here. So that's a good sign as well. We blew through 32, which was a big resistance, 32,000, and we're kind of chopping sideways here. If we get back above 35, I don't think there's anything stopping us from hitting 40,000, and then we'll see from there. But, to me, this is a long duration asset. I'm not selling it. I've been buying a little bit every day throughout this whole time, $10 a day, and it adds up over the months. And then when we have these big red days, I'll buy chunks. In this period here, I was buying more just because I was getting more aggressive on, we're getting closer to the Bitcoin ETF, but also the halving. And for me, I do believe that it is an uncorrelated asset. If the whole system has problems, I think there'll be more people looking for something other than dollars or gold, and Bitcoin's a lot easier to move around than gold. So do your own research, not financial advice. That is just what I've been doing. But just because we're up 100% on the year, I'm holding this for a much larger return than 100%. I have this red box up here for when I'll take some profits in Bitcoin. I'll trade around the Bitcoin miners. I'll trade around altcoins and other things like that. But when it comes to Bitcoin itself, I'm accumulating, and maybe when we get up to 70,000, I'll think about taking a little bit of profits just to lock in some gains. But we're a long ways away from that, so I don't have to worry about that. The reason I wanted to make this video right now is because you're going to start to hear in the news, you're going to start to see, oh, Bitcoin's up 100% on the year. Bitcoin's been doing great all year, but they're going to start talking about it now just because it's going parabolic. This is not the time to be aggressively buying. You want to buy when there's red candles. If you want to get a little exposure, that's fine, dollar cost average. But if you go blow your wad right now, there's a great chance that we go from 35 back to 29, and you're going to have a nice haircut. So just be careful. You can see here, if you got excited here on this green candle, boom, you instantly got washed out. If you got excited here, you got worn out. So if they don't scare you out, they'll wear you out. So who knows? Maybe we go to 50, maybe we go to 100. I don't know. I lost my crystal ball is what I keep saying. So this is when it gets exciting, and this is when it gets people interested, but this is not when you should be buying on these big green candles. The time to buy has been the whole rest of the time down here. So just be patient, learn about it, and wait for the next pullback if you wanted to get some exposure here. So other than that, I want to show the 4-year cycle. Again, this is how Bitcoin has worked. They have a halving. I'm not going to get into what that is. Look it up if you don't know what the Bitcoin halving is. That's what these blue lines are. And we're coming up to the next Bitcoin halving. You can see after the halving, we have a run up, and then we have the bear market. We consolidate, we have the halving, we run up, bear market, consolidate, halving, run up. So we're coming up to the halving. I expect a similar deal to happen here because that's what's happened the last 4-year cycles. So that's another reason why I've been getting a little bit more aggressive on my buys, and also the price action's been really good. So you've been rewarded for buying dips. So that was the BTC halving coming up. And again, just don't FOMO in right now. Put it on your watch list. Buy a dip, dollar cost average. But if you throw a big lump sum of money in right now, expect it to get cut by 10, 20%, because now is not the time. You want to buy red candles, not green candles. I think I say that down here on the action items. Getting ready for the next bull run. You either need to self-custody or trust your exchange, because there is no spot Bitcoin ETF. When you buy Bitcoin, you are responsible for it. So don't hold it on an FTX. You can hold it yourself, but that takes a lot of work. Or you can trust your exchange, but we see how that goes. A lot of people trusted FTX. Buy red candles, not big green candles, and have a plan to buy and sell, like I just talked about. I have a plan on when I'm buying, dollar cost average, buy lump sum on big red days, and I'll sell some of my Bitcoin when we reach a much higher level. The altcoins, I'm not accumulating right now, except for Ethereum. But again, do your own research on all this. It's not financial advice. This is not stuff to play around with. Take some time, go over it. If you don't own Bitcoin, don't buy any other crypto. So most of it's a bunch of garbage. So those are the action items. Keep it simple today. But interesting stuff going on, and you're going to hear about it because when the price moves, then the media covers it. But have a plan, do your research, and that's all I really got for you guys today. Peace out.